Good morning, boys and girls. Today, your math lesson is recorded and posted for you along with your slides because I'll be in the classroom today, so we will not have a 10 a.m. Google Meet. So I am recording our lesson and posting it along with the slides and the assignment so that you have everything you need first thing in the morning. So we have a warm up here. So I'd like you to try the warm up first and see if you could do it on your own. So you could pause the video now, try the warm up, and then press play to see and go over it with me. So let's see. Our situation is that Kurt recorded the amount of snowfall in each month for 1 year. What was the total snowfall for that year? Okay, and it shows his data in a line plot. So the line plot has a title that says monthly snowfall amounts in 1 year, and then it has the amount in inches. So he has a line here that has 0 to 2 3/4. And each dot represents 1 month. And there are 12 months in a year, so there should be 12 dots. 12 times he recorded the monthly snowfall amount. So here in 3 different months, there was no snowfall at all. He recorded 0 inches. In this 1 month, there was 1/4 inch of snow. Here we have 2 different months that were 1/2 inch and so on. And then when you get out to the outliers, it looks like we have 1 month that was 2.5 and 1 month that was 2 3/4 inches. So our number line has fractions of an inch. And what we need to find out is what was the total snowfall that year. And here's our options that they give us. So let's look at my reminder. Each dot represents 1 month of snowfall. Okay, so here's 1 month, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And so that makes sense. There's 12 months in the year. And then I asked a question to remind you, are there mental math strategies that you can use to get started on this? And what I mean is, if I look and add these up, is there's some of them that I can add up in my head mentally before I just start writing everything out and trying to add 12 different sets of data. Um, so what I mean is right away, I don't have to do anything with these months. There's 0. So I don't have, if I add 0, I get the same number. So if I look here at 1/2, well, I have 2 months at 1/2. So what is 1/2 plus 1/2? That's going to give me 1, right? So right away, see if this works. I can write the number 1. So I did this one. I did this one. All right, and then if I look here real quick, I have 3 different months, 1, 2, 3, that have 1 inch. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 4, so I have plus 4. This is slow because I don't have my mouse on me. Okay, now if I look at these two, if I have 1 month at 1/4 inch and another month at 3/4 inch, 3/4 plus 1/4 is 1 whole. So I can add those and that's 1 whole. So I don't even have to find common denominators. I don't have to write every single thing down, and I already found a lot of my data. So then I go here and I have 2.5. Oops, to erase that. 2.5. Ooh, getting used to using this. Plus 2 3/4. So right away I can add my 2 and my 2, my whole numbers, and that is 4. So I have 4. Look how big I did this. That's okay. So I have 4, and then now I need my 1/2 and my 3/4. So I have 1/2. Should have used my mouse and not my mouse pad. This is much harder. 3/4. All right. Let's change my color to green. and add up some of this to get this out of the way. So 1 plus 4 equals 9. So I have 9. I don't know where I'm going to write that, but here, 9. And then 1/2 and 3/4. Well, I can change 1/2 to have the same denominator as 3/4 by finding a common denominator. So 1/2 changed to a common denominator of 4 will give me 2/4. So I have 9, and then I have 3/4 plus 2/4, which is 5/4. Okay. Well, I have to change 5/4 to a mixed number to add it to my 9. 5/4 is a mixed number, is 1 and 1/4. So I have 9 plus 1 and 1/4. And as I get closer to my answer, I see that the answer is there. Ooh, I need to use my mouse next time. 9 plus 1 is 10, and then I have my fourth right here. So I have 10 and 1/4 inch. Okay. Clear that, close that. 10 and 1/4. Good. All right, let's move here where I can use my text boxes a little bit more. So you should have this. We're going to do this together. Okay. This problem together. So what we're going to do is use a frequency table to find some information. So let's go through. So let's remember that on a line plot, each data value is shown as a dot above a number line. So here are my dots above my number line, and this is every single value. Okay, so here I have a line plot that's rainfall over 7 days. So over a week, someone plotted the rainfall in inches. Okay, so one day it was 1/4 inches, another day it was 1/4 inches, another day it was 1/2 inch, 3/4, 3 different days, and 1 inch another day. So this kind of starts warming us up. What do the three dots that should say above, I apologize, above 3/4 indicate? So what do these three dots mean? Well, that means there were 3 days with 3/4 inch of rain. So on 3 different days, there were 3/4 inch of rain. So we can find the total amount of rainfall. That's like my goal, to find how much it rained over the course of 7 days. So we can use a frequency table to find the total amount of rainfall for the 7 day period. So I want to know how much did it rain for those 7 days. So let's go over it. We have a frequency table, and I don't have just tallies here now. I see it rained 1/4 inch on 2 different days. So I have my inches. It rained 2 times that amount. 2 different times it rained 1/4 inch of rain. So I'm going to multiply 2 times 1/4 because it happened 2 times. It would be the same as me adding 1/4 plus 1/4. So 2 times 1/4 is 2/4 or 1/2. Okay, so those times it rained 1/2 of the time. Okay. So this product is the total amount for those 2 days. So on day 1, it was 1/4. Day 2, it was 1/4. For those 2 days, the total amount was 1/2. I'm trying to find how much it rained the whole 7 days. Okay. So another day was just 1/2 inch. So I multiply the 1 day times 1/2. That means 1/2 for that day, the third day, if that was the third day. Then I have 3/4 here, and it rained 3/4 3 different days. So 3 times 3/4, which is 9/4, which comes out to, what is 9/4? Goes in 2 and 1/4 times. Make that a little bit bigger. So 2 and 1/4 inch it rained on these different times. Okay, and then one time it rained 1 inch, so that's an easy one to do. 1 times 1 is 1. So you're multiplying each rainfall amount by its frequency. So I'm multiplying 1/4 by how many times it happened. It happened 2 times. I'm multiplying 1/2 by how many times it happened. It happened 1 time. I'm multiplying 3/4 by how many times it happened. It happened 1, 2, 3 times. So I'm multiplying it to find that total. Okay. So here in my end text boxes, this is my last step. I have to take all of these and add them together. I have to add 1/2 plus 1/2. That's 1. 1 plus 2 and 1/4 is 3 and 1/4. And then 3 and 1/4 plus 1 is 4 and 1/4. So the last step to find the total amount of rainfall would be to add up all of my data points. I found out how much rainfall was in each data point. I found my rainfall amount by how many times it happened, and then I have to add all those once I find them. So I can use my frequency chart to do that. So what did I say? 4 and 1/4. And I don't know where I'm going to fit this. So you guys can just fit it. 4 and 1/4 inches, and that's very small, is how much it rained the entire 70s. So if you total up all the amounts, each day's total, okay, I would find 4 and 1/4 inch. So if I did 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/2 plus 3/4 plus 3/4 plus 3/4 plus 1, and I'm out of breath, I would get 4 and 1/4 inches. But I don't need to do that. I can multiply each amount by how many times it occurred and then add it up. So that's like a shortcut. Okay, so your independent practice is the slides 3 and 4 for today. So you have to look at the line plot and use these questions to analyze it. And then you're going to move the Pac-Man to the question like it's eating it. Okay, so if this question is 3, you would move the 3. If this question was 5/8, like it's eating the question, you just move it like this. These aren't the answers, but you're finding different things. You're finding out different things and calculating different amounts according to these line plots. Okay, so you have to read each question, and um, there's two. They look very similar. This one is line plot 1, water in each beaker. So there's beakers, which is like a container that scientists use in lab experiments, and you'll use them too in middle school and high school, and how much water is in each beaker. So each X is 1 beaker. How much does that beaker is holding? So it says here X equals 1 beaker. Okay. And the second one, pounds of fudge per order today. So it gets like a candy shop, and there's like people come in and order fudge. So how many pounds of fudge was ordered? So X equals 1 order. So each X is 1 order. Maybe like one person that came in and ordered 1/4 pound. And then someone else came in and ordered 1/4 pound. And then someone else came and ordered 1/4 pound. So 4 people ordered 1/4 pound. Or 2 people ordered 1/2 pound each. Okay, so you have to study this a little bit, read through them, read through the questions. Some of them are a challenge, but I know that you could do it. The answers are right here. If you have a question, make sure you ask, leave a private comment, email me. I can send you a video. And on Friday, I will go over, Friday morning, I'll put out a video going over these answers for you. And I will post that once you turn it in. So I want to see your work first, and then I will post the answers. So I will see you on Friday morning. If you would like to meet, I'll be on from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. I hope to see all of you then. Have a great day, boys and girls.